So the countries of the world with the highest life expectancy include Canada, Macau, Singapore, Hong Kong, Monaco, Iceland. So when you look at these countries, what can we draw from these countries? Two things. First of all, the stress levels in these countries are quite low. Secondly, one common denominator that they have is that the level of social security is very high. So in some of these countries, education is either free of charge or very affordable, healthcare is either free of charge or very affordable. And then, like I said, the other thing is that the stress levels are high in terms of the amount of time people spend going to work every day and coming back, the intensity or how much people have to spend to earn $1 is very low compared to other nations. Now, in the countries where people have low life expectancy, where people not live long, you see that the stress levels in such nations are very high. Most of the nations are impoverished nations, like nations in Africa, nations in certain parts of South America, and so on and so forth. So the key there is stress. Stress is the major contributor to early deaths. Now, you see, according to Dr. Bruce Lipton, he says something very interesting. He says that 85% of disease is caused by stress, and stress is caused by wrong thinking. Once again, 95% of disease is caused by stress. Stress is caused by wrong thinking. Now, I'll do another video where I will show you how wrong thinking leads to stress. Wrong thinking leads to stress. But I want to touch on how stress hyperages people. Martin Luther King died at the age of 39. That was when he was assassinated. After his death, an autopsy was carried out on his body, and it was found that he had the body of a 60-year-old man. He died at 39, yet he had the body of a 60-year-old man. His body had hyper-aged by 21 years. Why? Because he had worked himself. He had gone through so much stress and overworked himself that his body had hyper-aged by 21 years. And that's why we see people who are in their 50s who look 20 and 30. I mean, Halle Berry is in her 50s, Jennifer Lopez in his 50s. These are women who are in their 50s, but they are looking as young as ever, still looking great. And that's why you have people who are in their 30s and look much older. Are we surprised that members of the royal family, most of them always live to be very old? Because they are not in stressful situations. They don't have to worry about, okay, man, when am I going to pay rent? Or are we surprised that American presidents live very long? Everybody from George H.W. Bush, Jimmy Carter at 100 is still alive. So many of them, they seldom die young, So stress is one of the major keys to people who do not live as long as they should. I want to quote David Sinclair. David Sinclair is a professor of longevity at Harvard University, and he also wrote the New York Times bestseller Lifespan. And he says that one of the major contributors to a short lifespan is stress. It affects the telomeres in the body, the telomeres. It shortens the telomeres. And if you understand longevity, the science of longevity, the shorter your telomere, the quicker people die. And so I hope that you live a life that is beyond or that goes above stress, and you don't have to engage in a stressful life, because the higher your stress, the shorter expectancy. Like I said, I'm going to do 2 more videos showing you how to build a life that is devoid of stress, and another video showing you how wrong thinking leads to stress. I hope this works well for you. Do have an amazing day. Bye for now. So did you find this video insightful? Or do you want to be part of my Immersion Life Academy or my Immersion Bible Academy, where I train people on every concept of the Bible in detail, in Hebrew and in Greek? You can call the numbers below and we will serve you. Kemi sends her love as always. Do have an amazing day, and bye for now.